Machiavelli understood something most people will never grasp, that silence is the ultimate weapon in the arsenal of power. Throughout history, the most dangerous strategists were never the loudest voices in the room, but the ones who knew exactly when to remain silent. Think about it. The leader who constantly reveals his thoughts becomes predictable, easy to counter. The general who announces his battle plans is inviting defeat before the first arrow is even fired. The negotiator who can't hold his tongue loses the battle before it even begins. We live in a world absolutely addicted to noise. We're surrounded by constant communication, endless social media posts, and this almost desperate need to be heard, to have our opinion validated. But in our obsession with expression, we've forgotten an ancient and powerful truth. True power often hides behind a wall of silence. Machiavelli famously wrote that men judge more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see, but few can feel. This is a profound insight. Everyone sees what you appear to be on the surface, but very few people ever get to experience who you truly are. This principle is the very foundation of the art of silence. Those who master it create an aura of mystery, of unpredictability, and a quiet, almost unnerving intimidation that keeps others constantly guessing. They can't pin you down because you haven't given them anything to hold on to. So many people mistake silence for absence. They think it's an absence of power, an absence of thought, an absence of confidence. But it's the exact opposite. Silence is the most refined expression of power. It isn't weakness. It is controlled, calculated strength. Most people simply cannot tolerate silence. It makes them deeply uneasy. It creates a tension, a void, that they feel an overwhelming compulsion to fill with explanations, with justifications, with nervous, rambling chatter. And in their desperation to break that silence, they expose everything. They reveal their fears, their deepest desires, their hidden insecurities. All the while, the master of silence simply sits back and observes. They are collecting data, learning patterns, and patiently waiting for the absolute perfect moment to strike. It's like a game of chess where one player tells you every move they're planning, while the other just watches, learns, and waits for the inevitable checkmate. In his legendary work, The Prince, Machiavelli gave a crucial piece of advice to rulers. Speak rarely about matters of real importance. Why? Because every single word you utter can become a liability. Every sentence is a potential trap that can be used against you later. Those who talk too much are essentially handing others the rope to hang them with, politically, socially, and strategically. The art of silence gives you something absolutely priceless: time. It gives you time to think while others are busy speaking without thinking. They react, you respond. They are emotional, you are strategic. This is a massive advantage in any competitive environment. In another one of his works, The Discourses on Livy, Machiavelli noted that a wise leader allows others to come to him with their ideas, all while revealing nothing of his own. This isn't just being quiet. This is strategic silence. It's the deliberate creation of a vacuum that other people instinctively rush to fill with their own thoughts and plans. You learn their entire strategy without ever revealing a single card from your own hand. Modern leaders, for the most part, seem to have completely forgotten this art. They bombard the world with tweets, with constant statements, with off-the-cuff commentary, revealing their entire hand before the game has even begun. They've traded strategic depth for momentary attention, but the true strategist, the Machiavellian master, speaks only when it serves a clear and definite purpose: to advance a position, to mislead an opponent, or to amplify the impact of the silence that came before it. A sudden word after a long silence carries immense weight. Machiavelli also warned that a powerful man must be a great pretender and dissembler. In the world of communication, this means understanding that not every thought deserves to be expressed. Not every emotion needs to be validated out loud. And certainly not every truth needs to be exposed. Those who speak without calculation are like soldiers charging blindly into battle. They might win a skirmish here and there, but that's usually just through pure luck. Eventually, they will be outmaneuvered and defeated by the one who waits, who observes, and who strikes only when victory is not just possible, but almost certain. Think about the psychological effect of silence. It creates mystique, and human beings are instinctively drawn to mystery like moths to a flame. When someone remains quiet in a meeting or a negotiation, what do others project onto them? They project depth, wisdom, and an unshakable sense of control. Meanwhile, the person who can stop talking often betrays their own insecurity and their need for validation through their endless noise. This is a form of psychological dominance. The silent figure in the room often gains respect and authority before uttering a single word. Their presence is felt more deeply because it isn't diluted by constant chatter. People lean in. They pay closer attention when the silent person finally chooses to speak, because they know those words have been chosen carefully and will have an impact. In any negotiation, the person who speaks first is often the one who loses. They are the first to lay their cards on the table, the one who can endure the uncomfortable silence, who can let the tension build, forces the other side to reveal their position, their limits, and their desperation. This isn't a trick. It's a fundamental principle of human psychology. We are wired to resolve tension, and silence is one of the most powerful forms of tension there is. So how can you apply this in your own life? Start by practicing restraint. Before you speak, ask yourself, is this necessary? Does this serve my long-term goals? Or am I just talking to fill the space? Learn to be comfortable with pauses in conversation. Don't rush to answer every question immediately. Give yourself a moment to think. Let the other person wonder what you're thinking. This small delay can shift the entire power dynamic in your favor. Remember, the world is full of noise. Being the calm, silent center in the middle of the storm is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate display of controlled power. It's the path of the strategist, the thinker, the one who plays the long game. The loudest person in the room is often the most insecure. The one who masters silence masters the situation. Machiavelli knew this centuries ago, and this timeless wisdom is more relevant today than ever before. So, learn to use your silence. It's a language that everyone understands, but only a few know how to speak. Thank you for watching. If you found this valuable, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights into the strategies of power and influence. Machiavelli understood a fundamental truth about power. It's built on information asymmetry. The person who knows more than they reveal always controls the dynamic. Think about it. In any negotiation, any conflict, any relationship, the side that controls the flow of information ultimately controls the terms of engagement. It's a simple but profound concept. When you hold your cards close to your chest, you force the other person to play their hand first. This brings us to one of silence's greatest gifts, the gift of timing. The person who rushes to speak first commits to a position. They draw a line in the sand and lose all their flexibility. But the one who waits, they adapt. They watch, they analyze, and they identify the perfect moment to respond. Machiavelli famously said, "Nothing wastes so much as haste." In communication, this is doubly true. Haste absolutely destroys power. Every impulsive word you speak reveals your intentions. It exposes your emotions. It eliminates the element of surprise. History is filled with powerful figures who destroyed themselves with a single reckless statement, one emotional outburst, one poorly timed confession that silence could have easily prevented. Their legacy became a warning, a testament to the destructive power of an uncontrolled tongue. This principle isn't just for politics, it's a core tenet of strategy. Even in Sun Tzu's The Art of War, the idea holds true. Success favors the concealed. What your enemies cannot see, they cannot prepare for. The plans you keep hidden remain sharp and effective. The intentions you mask remain unchallenged and potent. Silence isn't emptiness. It's not a void. its potential energy, coiled and waiting to be unleashed at the precise moment it will have the most impact. So, what does silence actually do for you? First, it protects your most valuable asset, your information. Second, it builds anticipation. When you don't immediately react, others lean in. They wonder what you're thinking, what you're planning. Their minds start filling in the blanks, often revealing more about their own fears and desires than about you. Third, it keeps your options open. Every word spoken is a door closed. Silence keeps all paths available, all strategies alive. This transforms mystery into a form of magnetism. It commands attention without you ever needing to raise your voice. In the ancient courts of kings and emperors, the person who spoke the least was often the most feared and respected. Why? Because anyone can talk. It takes no special skill to fill the air with noise, but very few can command respect with their silence. In that quiet, others project power, wisdom, and threat. Now, let's bring this into our world, a world of constant noise, endless notifications, and the pressure to have an opinion on everything instantly. In this environment, the person who controls their tongue stands out immediately. They radiate a sense of composure, of mystery, and of undeniable control. While everyone else is frantically scrambling to prove their importance with a torrent of words, the silent observer conserves their energy. They are watching, learning, and positioning themselves for a decisive move. Every word you speak limits your freedom in some way. It creates expectations you have to meet. It makes commitments you have to honor. It exposes vulnerabilities that can be used against you. Silence, on the other hand, is a shield. It keeps you uncommitted, unpredictable, and free to act as you see fit when the time is right. I want you to try an experiment. The next time you're in a meeting, a negotiation, or even just a casual conversation, watch what happens when a moment of silence falls. The average person cannot tolerate more than 5 seconds of it. They feel an overwhelming urge to fill the void, to say something, anything, to break the tension. And in that rush, they almost always reveal their weaknesses, their anxieties, and their true position. The Machiavellian thinker, however, sees this discomfort not as something to avoid, but as a weapon to be used. They let the silence hang in the air. They allow others to talk, to ramble, to expose their motives and spill their secrets. All the while, the strategic thinker is collecting this invaluable information under the perfect cover of quiet, non-threatening observation. Machiavelli taught that a wise leader must often use the appearance of virtue while acting according to cold, hard necessity. Silence is the perfect tool for this duality. It allows you to appear calm, agreeable, even harmless on the surface, while your mind is working beneath, planning with strategic precision. You present a neutral face to the world, giving nothing away. Those who cannot control their words cannot control their destiny. It's as simple as that. They become predictable. Their emotional reactions can be easily charted. Their intentions can be read like an open book. And once you are readable, you are easily manipulated. The person who knows your triggers can pull your strings at will. But those who master the art of silence, they control not only themselves, but the entire flow of the interaction. They dictate the rhythm of the conversation. They shift the balance of power in their favor. And ultimately, they influence the outcome of events. There is a rhythm to dominance, and silence is its steady, powerful beat. Knowing when to speak and when to say nothing is far more than just self-discipline. It is the strategic control of reality itself. It's about shaping the narrative not by adding to it, but by carefully choosing when to remain outside of it. The Machiavellian understands that timing is everything, and very often, the first person to speak is the first person to lose. Imagine two minds. One speaks without restraint. Its thoughts, feelings, and plans are all on display for the world to see. It is an open book, vulnerable and easy to counter. The other mind speaks rarely, and when it does, every word is chosen with purpose. It is a locked vault. No one knows what treasures or traps lie inside. Which one holds the true power? This isn't about being antisocial or passive. It's about being deliberate. It's about understanding that your words are a currency and you should spend them wisely. Let others exhaust their supply while you accumulate yours. In the economy of power, the one who possesses the most unspoken thoughts holds the greatest wealth. Master the pause. Embrace the quiet. Watch how the world begins to bend to your will. Thank you for watching. Have you ever noticed that in any room, the person with the most power is often the quietest? It's no accident. While everyone else is busy talking, trying to prove their worth, the truly powerful are observing, listening, and gathering strength. This isn't just about being an introvert, it's a calculated strategy, a discipline that has been wielded by the most influential figures in history. This is the art of silence, and today, we're going to explore why it's the ultimate weapon. Silence is patience made visible. Think about it. In a heated negotiation, who has the upper hand? It's not the person who talks the most, who lays all their cards on the table first. It's the one who can endure the quiet, who can wait out the discomfort of the other side. That uncomfortable pause, that void that most people rush to fill, is where the battle is won. While they squirm and reveal their weaknesses, the silent one simply waits, observes, and gathers leverage. They control the tempo, they dictate the terms, all without saying a word. The one who can wait the longest wins. It's that simple. The great political strategist Niccolò Machiavelli understood this concept better than anyone. He taught that appearance often matters more than reality. And what appearance is more powerful than silence? It communicates strength, intelligence, and unshakable control. When you are silent, you project an aura of mystery and confidence. People don't know what you're thinking. Are you agreeing? Disagreeing? Are you unimpressed? This uncertainty is your advantage. It forces them to project their own insecurities onto you, while your own position remains a fortress, completely unexposed. Contrast this with the constant talker. We all know one. They fill every moment with noise, and in doing so, they devalue their own words. Their opinions become background static. But the person who speaks rarely, who chooses their moments with surgical precision, when they finally break their silence, everyone leans in. Every syllable lands with impact. Every word carries weight. Their speech becomes an event. This is the difference between a dripping faucet and a tidal wave. One is an annoyance, the other is a force of nature. Your words are a currency. Don't spend them recklessly. Silence is also the key to true observation. It grants you the time and space to develop a deeper understanding of human nature. When you are busy formulating your next sentence, you're not listening. When you're talking, you're not seeing what's really happening around you. You miss the subtle cues, the flicker of doubt in someone's eyes, the nervous twitch of their hands. But when you are silent, your senses sharpen. You become an antenna, absorbing everything. You see through the masks people wear, you understand their hidden motives, and you can anticipate their next move. This is not just passive listening, it's active intelligence gathering. Machiavelli wrote that everyone sees what you appear to be, but few know what you truly are. Silence widens that gap between perception and reality, and within that gap lies immense power. The silent figure becomes a blank canvas, a mirror. Others project onto you their own fears, their hopes, and their assumptions. They build a version of you in their minds, often one that is far more intimidating or brilliant than you might actually be. And all the while, the real you, your true intentions and strategies, remain completely concealed. You control the narrative without ever having to write a single line. This is pure Machiavellian mastery, achieving dominance through discipline and control through concealment. Let's apply this to our own lives. How often do we speak just to avoid awkwardness? How often do we reveal our plans, our doubts, our vulnerabilities, simply to fill the air? We give away our power for free. Imagine your next meeting or difficult conversation. Instead of jumping in, try holding back. Ask a question, And then just listen, fully listen. Don't think about what you'll say next. Watch the other person. Let the silence hang for a moment longer than feels comfortable. You will be astonished at what people will reveal when they feel the pressure to speak. You gain information, you maintain control, and you project an unshakable sense of calm. This isn't about being manipulative or dishonest, it's about being strategic. It's about recognizing that power isn't always loud. True strength doesn't need to announce itself. It is quiet, confident, and self-contained. The loudest person in the room is often the weakest, desperately seeking validation. The silent one already has it. They have the self-control to restrain their impulses, the patience to wait for the right moment, and the wisdom to know that what is unsaid is often more powerful than what is spoken. So, let's reflect on this. Silence is not emptiness. It is a state of heightened awareness. It is patience, weaponized. It is control, refined. It is power in its most absolute and elegant form. Now, I want you to ask yourself a question, and be honest. Do you talk too much? Do you reveal more than you need to? Do you fill the silence because you're afraid of it? Or are you ready to master what the great thinkers understood centuries ago? That true power isn't found in the noise you make, but in the silence you command. Thank you for watching. If this idea resonated with you, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And for more strategies on mastering your life, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We'll see you in the next video.